All right, guys, this is really exciting. This is a brand new design from Bodega, 12-volt fridge freezer. Yeah, so what makes this thing special is there's two unique design characteristics on this thing. And of course, what we're going to talk about, we're going to go through it all in this video. The big news is the way this thing, the alignment on the compartments here. You can see this goes straight down. Obviously this goes straight down. And then the divider is like that. So you get two equal-sized compartments, and they go all the way down to the bottom. And the reason that's so special is because the compressor is like down here, right? And yeah, so, the compressor, when it's running, it's producing a lot of heat, and heat rises up. This heat rises up. So if you have a fridge that has a chilled area basically above the compressor, guess what? It's like you get into this what I call a death cycle, because the more the compressor runs, the more heat it produces, and the more that heat creeps up into the chilled area, the refrigerated area above, which means the compressor's then got to run even more. You know what I mean? So in this case with the compressor here, the heat is going to just rise up into this. There's a multi-purpose storage box right here. This is what we're going to talk about this a lot more later. So, and of course, it's like, who cares? Who cares if the heat rises up there? And this is a true dual zone design. You can have either the left side or the right side fridge, freezer. You can reverse it. You can have it, however you want. And they do say that there's an ice cream mode here. I guess if you press and hold the minus sign for 3 seconds, that'll actually allow you to drop it down below 0 Fahrenheit, down to negative 7.6. And now you might say, well, this design really isn't anything special. I mean, ICECO has had a design like this for several years now. This is the Go 20. And in fact, this is one of the best, top selling portable 12-volt fridge freezers. And as you can see, there is a dual zone, there's a divider in there. And yep, here's the compressor. There's just, in this particular model, there's nothing above it. It's just dead space. But still, that's a better design, because again, you don't want the heat, going into the compartment. But there's two major flaws with this product, isn't there? Number one is the lid, right? I mean, it's just a single piece lid. Now, the other downside is, as the name suggests, this thing is only 20 quarts. Which is very small. Very small, especially if you're going to use it as a dual zone, because then it's like only, 10 quarts each side. And you might say, well, actually I prefer a smaller fridge because it is going to be more efficient. It's going to be more, it's going to be more portable. It's going to be lighter. Well, guess what? This model is actually available in 3 different sizes. Now, the smallest size here is 36 quarts. So it is still going to be quite a bit bigger and heavier, than that ICECO. But, as you can see, this is kind of an ideal size. Now, as I said in the beginning, there's actually 2 big-time features this thing has. We only talked about one of them, in fact. The other one, the other one has to do with the storage box up here. So guess what? This is you might want to sit down for this, because this might blow your mind. So obviously it's a storage box, yes. But guess what? You can actually use this thing with these power tool batteries. You might have a bunch of these laying around, in fact, already. So guess what? They give you an adapter here. They give you an adapter that, basically you can see it right there. You can attach it to it has to be an 18 or 20 volt battery from these brands, 18 or 20 volts. And, you can use this adapter that they give you, and then you can put it in there. There's 2 slots, in fact, so you can have up to 2 batteries in there. Or, you can use, they do have, they will sell you like the Bodega batteries as well. And of course, this thing, you can power it in the traditional ways. They do give you the AC adapter. Of course, most likely you're going to want to use a power station with this thing. So, you don't have to go the battery route. Now, to finish this video off, let's talk about the little details on this thing. There is, a handle and some wheels so you can roll it. Although it's not very robust. It's not a robust design. So they've kind of decided to split the difference here because a lot of 12-volt fridges, they kind of offer two versions, right? They'll offer a version with some big wheels and really like a kind of a bigger, more robust handle. Or, in fact, the handle kind of comes out this way, doesn't it? So, or you can get it without that. And that's kind of how I prefer it because I just rather have less bulk, less weight. But, obviously, if the thing is heavy, and especially if you got food in it, it is nice to be able to roll it. But it does have the tie-down points and, yeah, a nice bottle opener right there on the side. Cup holders, yeah. And then, of course, on the inside, it does have built-in LED lights, and each compartment has its own light. So, yeah, finally a good dual-zone design here from Bodega. Something to really get me excited about these 12-volt fridges again, because so many of them are just poorly designed. They are. They're just poorly designed. They don't take into account efficiency, and that's kind of the main reasons you want a 12-volt fridge, right? Especially, if you're trying to have refrigeration with solar power, off-grid, whatever, that is a big factor.